How does one choose the perfect baby name? Choosing a name for your baby is an exciting but daunting task. After all, this is the name that your child will carry for the rest of their life, so it's important to choose a name that they will be proud of and that suits them. With so many options available, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, but there are a few steps you can take to help you choose the perfect baby name. Consider the meaning and origin of the name. One of the first things to consider when choosing a baby name is the meaning and origin of the name. Many parents choose names based on the cultural or historical significance of the name. For example, the name William is of Germanic origin and means resolute protector, while the name Arya is of Hebrew origin and means lioness. You may also want to choose a name that reflects your family's heritage or your own personal values. Think about the sound and pronunciation of the name. The sound and pronunciation of a name can also play an important role in your decision. You want to choose a name that sounds pleasant to the ear and is easy to pronounce. Consider how the name will sound with your last name, and whether it will be easy for your child to learn to spell and write their name. You may also want to consider how the name will be abbreviated or if there are any common nicknames associated with it. Consider the popularity of the name. Another important factor to consider when choosing a baby name is the popularity of the name. While you may love the sound of a particular name, it's important to consider whether it is a popular name that many other children will also have. If you want your child to have a unique name, you may want to avoid names that are currently trending or commonly used. Choose a name that will age well. When choosing a name for your baby, it's important to consider how the name will age. While a name may sound cute and adorable for a baby or young child, it may not be suitable for an adult. Think about how the name will sound on a resume or in a professional setting, and whether it will still be relevant and appropriate as your child grows up. Consider the gender of the name. While many names are gender neutral, others are specifically masculine or feminine. It's important to choose a name that matches your child's gender identity. You may also want to consider whether the name is traditionally associated with a particular gender, and whether this is important to you. Involve your partner and family. Choosing a baby name can be a fun and exciting task to do with your partner or family. Involve them in the decision-making process, and consider their opinions and suggestions. You may also want to consider any family traditions or naming conventions that are important to you or your partner. Consider the initials and potential nicknames. When choosing a name, it's important to consider the initials and potential nicknames associated with the name. You may want to avoid choosing a name that results in undesirable initials or that can be easily shortened to a potentially negative nickname. Trust your instincts. Ultimately, the most important factor in choosing a baby name is to trust your instincts. Choose a name that you love and that feels right for your child. After all, this is a decision that will stay with your child for their entire life, so it's important to choose a name that you will be proud of. In conclusion, choosing the perfect baby name is a personal and important decision that requires careful consideration.